Hello, welcome back to the Prestige TV podcast feed. I'm Joanna Robinson.
I'm Rob Mahoney.
We're here today with episode 2 of Task.
Very exciting.
Very excited. Bill will be joining us once again to break that down here in the studio. We're continuing to do hooked episodes. Those have been really, really fun.
Just a good excuse to go back to and rediscover some great things about some of the greatest shows that have ever been made.
A lot of opinions from our listeners about what we've gotten wrong and right.
Mostly right.
Okay. And then at the end of September, we're doing Slow Horses. It's a great time to be on the Prestige feed.
An incredible return to Slow Horses for us. One of our most cherished shows. I honestly can't wait for it.
All right. Well, let's get into episode 2.
This message is brought to you by Apple Pay. Forget your wallet? It's all good, because with Apple Pay, you can pay with a simple tap of your iPhone, the wallet you never forget, at millions of places worldwide, including websites, apps, and anywhere you see the contactless symbol. Security is built in with Face ID, so you don't have to worry about your cars getting lost or stolen. And the best part, you still earn card rewards, points, and cash back you love. So say goodbye to the bifold, add your card to Apple Wallet, and start paying the Apple way. Terms apply.
The Prestige TV podcast, episode 2. Task. I'm here with Joanna Robinson.
Yeah.
DJ Bassanova. What was it? DJ
Grassanova.
Look, I got a couple of rules. No freaking, no grinding, no straddling on this podcast. I think we can adhere to that.
What about twerking, though?
We'll see.
Okay.
It's a long pod.
I'm Bill Simmons, and I love this show. Wow.
Yeah.
We were worried that episode 2 would be just keep the chains moving, get a couple first downs. It was not. Bunch of stuff happened.
I like you're still in your football language.
Yeah, I'm still in my football language.
It's not going to stop anytime soon.
I'm going to start here. And there's so many things to get to with where the show's going, all the plots that are in play. The Ruffalo family table scene where they were like, here's the Emmy right here.
Yeah.
Take it. Just everything going on in that scene, that we have like a dysfunctional, fucked up family drama with great acting on top of all the other stuff that was going. It was just such a great scene. And it's like the kind of stuff, if you're going to be a really special show, you need scenes like that. And there's all these different things. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on there? It's harrowing. But that scene was great.
I was listening to another Brad Ingelsby interview where he was talking about how he feels like he's good at character, but not, he's like, I feel very confident about character, but not so much plot. And he's like, I think of plot as an excuse to spend time with these characters. So when we get these scenes like the dinner table scene, or I would say DJ Grassanova and Lizzie scene, or like Robbie talking to Sam about making pancakes and all that sort of stuff, and petting chickens and stuff. All that stuff is what Brad Ingelsby is so incredibly good at. It's why we loved that sandwich sharing scene from the first episode. Like these character moments of like these two people or these group of people really revealing who they are, the specificity of their life. And then there are these like larger plot mechanics that just move them around to get us to those scenes. And that's what really hits, you know?
Yeah, for someone who's bad at plotting, self-admittedly, this is still really good plotting.
I don't say he was bad at plotting,
Right.
but he's like, that's secondary to me wanting to just have these scenes where people talk to each other.
Well, at the heart of this family confrontation, it's like you have basically these two sisters who have very different perspectives on how they should treat the testimony towards their incarcerated brother. And it's like Sarah, the older biological sister, is kind of a real piece of work and also 100%, I think, understandable, if not justified in her rage and her anger about like, I mean, Ruffalo kind of lays it out very plainly. Like, this is a man who like misses his wife and misses his son. And they're all going through like their version of that sort of agony. And it's like, you get that consolidated at one table with all these great performances. Everyone is delivering. And I feel like twisted up and gnarled just watching it.
And both you and Matt are like, can I just go?
You know what? This seems like a very personal moment.
Take my Cholula and my piece of slice and go.
Well, and you have the faith piece lingering over all of this, which is obviously the big picture kind of over here theme for the show. But he has that piece about, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to pray for this and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So we got that answer. What happened to the family member? And we got that answer right through the eyeballs, because wow, shoved down the stairs, broken neck.
Yeah. Pled guilty, third-degree murder.
It's unclear when it happened, but it feels like maybe like a year or two earlier or longer.
I would say like within the last year would be my guess.
I was trying to date, would this be the kind of thing for, again, Sarah, the biological sister, where like her mom wouldn't have even been able to meet her baby? Like, is that the kind of timing where it could be like especially painful and dicey because of something like that?
Yeah.
All right, so we have this plot, but at the same time, we have this whole other, we have the good guys, we have the bad guys, but then we have
who are the good guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
The good guys are Ruffalo and those guys. Just
Okay.
trying to figure
And
out
the
who
medium
did.
guys are Robbie.
They're the bad guys, but they're not because there's badder
Because
guys.
worse.
there's the motorcycle club.
We have the badder guys.
Here.
Dark Arts.
Is the motorcycle club that bad?
Is
Rob-
this
Rob,
why
do you still belong to Dark Arts or no? Do you still have your jacket?
do you have the tattoo of the jacket on
Well,
your back?
So the tattoo was kind of a deal breaker for me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to see what their 401k match situation
Yeah,
is. It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
very complicated. I do love, though, with all of these motorcycle gangs, the adorable leadership positions. I think like there is a like burly dude out there who's like a pure bruiser who's also the treasurer of the Dark Hearts. And if he can do that, why can't I take minutes? Why can't I help them admit to the rules
Comptroller,
of
is that
war?
what you want to be?
I would love to be the comptroller of the Dark Hearts.
Okay.
Is it Dark Hearts?
It's Dark
I
Hearts.
thought they were saying Dark Arts.
That's
which
the,
I
that's
thought
the
was
Delco
even
accent.
cooler.
That's
That's
the
what they
Delco
practice.
accent.
Yeah. What's better, Dark Arts or Dark Hearts?
I think Dark Arts is a better motorcycle name. But like the logo is, the hearts.
Easier
So
to draw.
here's what I wrote down for following plots in play.
Yeah.
Bad guys stealing from even badder guys.
Mm-hmm.
How do we sell these drugs conundrum?
Yes. A great
I have-
twist.
What do you do in that situation, Rob? You wait, you would lay low for 6 months and then kind of quietly
flush
shop it?
them. Why do we have to sell these drugs?
Let's not get too hasty.
Why
Facebook
d-
Marketplace exists.
Why
you
do we
know?
have to sell these drugs?
That's a lot of flushing. There's a lot of drugs.
Put it in
Are
the.
you sure the pipes can handle it?
I know it's 12 kilos.
If that's me, I'm putting it in the woods. I'm driving like 10
Oh, just dump.
miles into the woods. I'm
Yeah.
just dumping it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Because they
Yeah.
don't have to sell it.
They don't.
Because there are criminal like undertakings where you do have to sell it because you owe that money to someone, you promise that money, but whoever they're beholden to is the motorcycle club leak. And whoever that person is in no position to demand money from them.
I think they're beholden to whoever's leaking the information, as you're saying, Joe. They're also beholden, it seems, to like a sense of retribution or
Sure.
revenge. Like it's not all laid out in terms of the dot so far, but strongly hinted that Robbie's brother was a member of this gang and was basically beaten to death as a result of
By
something
Jason.
that he did by Jason. So
Yeah.
it's like, you don't need the money, but you need. But here's the
Flushing the fentanyl
thing. Yeah,
hurts
you're
them
right.
as much.
You did already inflict the pain.
I don't think they need to sell this fentanyl.
That's a great call.
I don't think they do.
Great conversation. It's a social media breakout. Should they sell the fentanyl? But those are two other plots. Who is their leak?
Yeah.
Have we met that person yet?
I have the strongest theory.
And
on
then
this.
also, what is the background of him having a grudge where he clearly wants to start stealing from these guys? We also have two different groups of people chasing the bad guys, which is a great little movie trope. The good guys chase him, but also the really bad guys. So they have two people in demand. We have a missing kid kidnapping plot. One of my favorites.
Sam.
A favorite of the Simmons family. We love kidnapping.
Oh, do you?
Oh, just
recreationally?
as a story device. Yeah, not
As
for
a family
not
bonding
for our
experience?
enjoyment. Yeah.
Is Sam like the cutest little cream puff
He's
of a
very
kid
cute.
who's ever been on a
He
show?
just loves animals.
He just wants to pet the chicken and get a Batman toy because he completed reading club.
Do chickens have dreams, Rob?
I hope we get to the
What do
bottom
they
of that
dream
by the
about?
end of this season. He's honestly like disconcertingly adorable. Like
I'm so worried.
they
for
cast
him.
one of the most adorable kids on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. They swaddle him in an Eagles blanket, which
Yeah.
with his name on
of
it.
the world with his name on it. I was curious. I did some digging. Ben Lewis Doherty, the actor who plays young Sam, self-avowed by his IMDb page. This is a direct quote: "A rabid New York sports fan." How does he feel about being in the Eagles blanket? I would love to get his take on it.
Tough. Here's one thing about Sam. Here's one thing that's always going to be true about Sam. He's going to pop up where you don't want him to be. Back of Maeve's car. Just wherever you don't want Sam to be, that's where he'll be.
I have a nitpick. I think this kid is way more fucked up in real life. When they give the background of what his 7 years were growing up, and he basically foster police had to come multiple times, and they pulled him away. He was with his grandmother who had dementia. I think this kid has developed some bad habits.
We haven't seen the darkness in him yet, though.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it's coming.
What happens if you don't give him his Lego set? What is he
What
willing
happens if
to
he
do?
doesn't get to pet the chicken?
Just pulling a pocket knife out.
Grady is going to show up dead one day.
God, no, protect
So we have
Grady.
the Miss Kid kidnapping plot. I want to get in that. We have the heroine trapped in the middle of everything who might end up taking the fall, potentially. Maeve.
Maeve.
I'm loving Maeve.
I don't know what her move is. We'll get to that. We have the dysfunctional family piece. We have a budding office romance because we need one. A couple cigarettes, talk a little Gwen Stefani.
You nailed this one so quickly.
I did.
And then we have bike gang culture and we have solving a crime culture. Just a lot going on. So
There's a
what's
lot.
your favorite thing about the show?
I think those little character moments that you talked about. I think watching Anthony Grasso and Lizzie talk about his DJing career over a cigarette that she grudgingly lets him borrow because she has enough left in the pack. I think learning that Robbie knows how to make pancakes from scratch without a recipe.
Yeah.
I think like all these little specific character moments, as like the motorcycle club plot, very Sons of Anarchy. Like that's not why I'm going to tune into this show. But the authenticity of the characters and how I care about so many of these characters who are at cross purposes. So I want Robbie to be okay, and I want Tom to get his guy, and those two things cannot be true. And so I'm on the edge of my seat as to how my heart's going to be broken.
What's your favorite, Rob?
I think it's the Brandis family drama stuff for me, and kind of how all this unfolds with the testimonies, with who wants to participate and who doesn't, how these people are treating each other. Like those sisters, I mean, I would say the most lukewarm hug I've ever seen. Maybe at least tepid, maybe downright frosty. And the giant ass glug of wine that Sarah took out of her glass when she was asked, "Have you visited your brother in prison?" Just
that
like,
Emily clocked.
Oh,
yeah.
Who was the guy at the table? I couldn't figure that out.
The lawyer.
Yeah, he's their attorney. So
but I think a family friend too.
Yeah, just like there to kind of brief them.
Yeah.
Give them a heads up.
He seemed like he had a feel for the family in a
and he's like,
non-convention. He was like, oh boy, here they go.
Yeah.
What's the Brandises? Here go the Brandises.
Yeah, exactly.
I think my favorite, I thought Maeve, our girl from Coda, I thought she was great in this episode, but I think I'm the most attached to like, there's some, she's too in deep now. Like she's probably going to jail no matter how this plays out. There's no way to dump the kid, which she kind of tried to do sort of, but.
It was a quasi good plan, except the problem is Sam knows her name, Maeve. He knows Robbie's name. You know, he knows too many names at this point. Whether or not he can lead them back to the house is incidental. Here's the real issue.
He would know, like, I spent some time with this lady, Maeve.
Yeah, Maeve, exactly.
Who happens to work next door to the place I was dropped off at.
It'll take 5 minutes.
Here's the real issue with Maeve is that Tom has seen her face now, right? And there's this other thread of the investigation because they mentioned Billy, they mentioned Billy's daughter, and he's like, oh, I'll get Billy's last name for you. So Tom's going to go talk to Billy's daughter about what happened to Billy and then be like, oh, I know you. I saw you earlier.
Right. So
you've
that
got
was
to be connected to this.
The most important reveal we had in all of this. Other than that, there's a source inside the gang, which we probably could have figured out in the first episode, but we didn't know what happened to her father, who's what's his face's brother,
Robbie's brother, Billy. Yeah.
Now we know. We know the biker gang was involved, and that's going to be easy to move those jigsaw puzzle pieces together as Ruffalo tries to figure out what happened here.
I think in terms when you were breaking down the components of the show, Joe, like the Sons of Anarchy type show that's happening in the background of the show, I love it in the background as sort of the mechanism that's building pressure for everybody else. It's like, that's a cool show, but as you said, we've seen it before. We know how that plays out. But what if it's just turning the screws on everybody else? What if that's like the element that's exacting violence? It's the element that's figuring out. Honestly, the biker gang has a great intelligence network all its own, it seems like. They know about the task force. They know about Ruffalo. They know about everything happening already.
This is why I think we have a rat animal situation.
A rat animal? Do we have a snake?
I don't know. I think we've got someone inside. We definitely have someone inside the MC who's ratting on the MC to Robbie, right? But do we have someone inside either the task force or the police force at large? They're definitely moling for the motorcycle club. Yeah, they're moles. It's the departed
verb. So I like it.
Well, so
here's used it before.
Well, here's my question.
Try it tonight somehow.
Of the 3 people on the task force, Lizzie, DJ Grassanova, and Aaliyah, who is most likely to be informing? The most obviously would be Grasso because he has. Like, this is organized crime is his beat. He's the one to give the intel on the motorcycle club, blah, blah. But
motorcycle clubs need DJs. You would have the connections.
Exactly. They're not going to straddle and bend and grind by themselves.
These guys love Kid Cudi.
But Aaliyah is so interesting because we know nothing about her.
Yes.
And that's an incredible actress. And I don't think you cast her to
old Joanna Robinson, you're overqualified for this seemingly meaningless role.
I mean, we don't know anything about her. And, you know, she was like the lead of Underground Railroad and like in The Woman King. Like, she's a great actress. So like, I'm suspicious that we haven't learned anything about her.
So who do you think she's actually working for?
The motorcycle club. Informing for the
That's your
motorcycle
big
club.
theory? We're dumping
No,
that
that's
right-
not my biggest
That's
theory.
one of the theories.
Because I've got the rat theory too. That's my mole theory.
Okay.
And we're going to hear that rat theory right after this. All right, what's the rat theory?
Jason, who's the head of this chapter of the Dark Hearts.
The president. Refer to him
president.
by
I'm
his
so
title.
sorry.
Have some
Prez.
respect. We serve at his pleasure.
Yeah.
His girlfriend Erin or wife Erin or whatever. I would say, here's my theory, that she was cheating on him with Billy. That's how Billy died.
Ooh.
And as part of I will help you get vengeance plot, she's leaking information to Robbie.
Oh.
I like this. Honestly, my antenna were pointing to the guy who would Gingerbeard.
Red herring.
Yes. See, maybe he's too red. Maybe he's too ginger.
Ginger herring.
Yeah. I mean, the combination of his sort of like outsized reaction in declaring that Sam was dead when they're first having the conversation, and then him kind of like skulking out of the bar during the biker wake later. It was like, there's obviously something happening with this guy, but maybe it is a red herring. Joe might just be like 4 beats ahead of this show.
Erin, her first question, because she's there when he gets the phone call, her first question is, do they know who did it? And she's at the dinner. We get a shot of her when Perry rolls up. Also, again, that actress, she was in Daredevil and The Acolyte. Like, I know her. And I'm just like, why are you here? Why are you here? And why would they go out of their way to talk about how Jason is this really like disciplined, by the book, president of this chapter. He doesn't abide, them tasting the product. Like, he's got them all in line, but he lost his shit on Billy and beat him to death for hours.
Yeah. For
Why?
a mysterious infraction we don't know about.
What's more mysterious than the human heart than love?
Rob, how do you run for the president of the Dark Hearts?
I mean,
is it every 3 years? Is it every 4? Like
I believe
our presidency?
I believe you get your mentor to beat the current president to death, which is what happened for Jason.
Is that what
right?
it is?
one
Is it
method.
actual, like a beat to death?
But even then, you got to go to convention. You got to get the Dark Heart super delegates. It's a very involved process.
Got to go on some podcasts.
You got to make the rounds.
Yeah.
All right, so bad guys stealing from even badder guys. Ingelsby has flipped this. We're not rooting for people who are bad people. They've kidnapped a kid.
Yes.
They've just home invasion, shot multiple people.
Yeah.
They've committed murder. And yet I feel bad for them and I'm rooting for them. I don't know how this happens over and over again.
You
with
want them
shows
to
like
move
this.
that fentanyl.
Well, but I mean, number
I'm
one.
cheering for the product to get moved. That's really what I'm rooting for.
The number one thing they should have done already is dump the kid somewhere, not murder.
Not take him home. Yeah.
Not take him home, but the kid's half asleep. He's like, there's two guys with a beard. Like, he's not going to remember everything.
Night
You got
one.
to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
he knows, they have 2 other kids. There's some lady named Maeve. Rob, are we headed toward a child murder in like episode 5?
Oh my God.
No.
Because I'm just,
Sam's got to make it.
are we sure? And would that be one of the dark moments in HBO history?
I wouldn't put it past the show.
We won't see it. It's not like we're going to see him get a bullet
No.
in the head, but it'll be one of those.
Am I allowed to spoil Mare of Easttown? Spoilers for Mare of Easttown?
Yes. It came out like 5 years ago.
I mean, like a kid did it in Mare of Easttown, so I guess Brad's not above like involving kids in dark
This
crimes.
is going to get to some bleak places. And even if it doesn't happen, they're going to talk about doing it for sure. It
Can I
has
give
to be
you my
discussed.
theory?
Yes.
I have a Bill theory.
Oh, I love a Bill theory.
Out of nowhere, a monologue about deer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 5. Hey, let's go see this deer that's been floating around the
of my
forest.
cementing it.
We go in the back.
Yeah.
The kid's walking around. There he is. Oh. And then wide shot, bullet, crows scattering.
Yeah.
I love the
'Cause you gotta have
scattering
the crows
crows. You
scatter.
gotta have
Oh,
the
yeah.
crows.
The crows
Otherwise,
get
you,
scared by
otherwise
the
you don't
bullet.
know.
How else would we know that they're dead?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it becomes like a Godfather 2 Fredo. Then we go back and he's no longer standing looking at the deer. We just see the kid in the ground and we see the guy just.
Is it
I just
Robbie
feel-
who does it?
I think it has to be Robbie. I don't think the
Okay.
other guy has it in him.
Cliff is freaking out already.
Yes.
He could barely cut hair 5 days a week. 'Cause there's no way he's.
But see, I feel like Cliff might be more capable of it, even though he seems like a relative sweetheart relative to a biker gang himself. But
Like getting bullied into doing it.
well, just that so far what we've seen, Robbie, not the brightest guy in the world. If anything, the way the show is being set up, Maeve seems like a little sharper in terms of at least coming up with some sort of plan to ditch Sam somewhere to get out of this situation.
She remembers the lost and found phone.
Yes,
like all
she's
of a
putting
sudden-
pieces together. Robbie's a guy who's just like reacting to stuff in over his head and like clearly has a bit of a bleeding heart. And I think that's what's ultimately going to bump up against this issue of like, what do we do with this kid?
He just wants to be a dad and go to some Little League games.
Kind of be a dad.
I have a question.
Sort of be a dad.
Father-daughter dance.
Yeah.
That's on Thursday that he swears he's been looking forward to.
Yes.
Does he make it to the father-daughter dance and he goes and it's like tender and beautiful and that makes it even sadder?
Yeah.
Or does he not make it to the father-daughter
I think it's
dance?
a tender and beautiful. We have that event and we have the potential release / hearing sentencing thing. That's going to be like episode 4.
Yeah.
So that's coming. And then Cliff just has to die within, I think, the first 5 or 6 episodes. If
He doesn't seem long for this
FanDuel's
world.
odds for Cliff over under episodes probably 5.5.
Tough.
Peaches
Does he
wasn't
make
even
it to
on the
6?
board to make it past episode 1.
No.
So he's gone. Understandable. And his fiance, Kaylee, and really her dad put in a very tough spot.
I think Sam is the over under would be 6.5.
I think Sam
Of
is.
him making
I
it
think
to the
Sam
end
is
or
making
not?
it. I don't
I'm
think
going under.
I don't
Sam's not
think-
making it.
that kid is so cute. You cannot kill that kid.
I don't know if I'm
man.
prepared to come on here and have the cheery, jokey child murder podcast
No,
for
we
episode
can't
7.
Listen,
do
I
it.
think Ingelsby's going for it in this. I think he wants to get as dark as possible
Yeah.
and really get into faith and how far can human beings go.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
the,
my gosh.
it's the feeling
Here's
I'm
what
getting.
here's what I'll say. I definitely think they'll talk about it. I think Robbie will struggle with this is the thing I should do. But ultimately, I don't think Robbie is that guy. I don't think Robbie is the guy who can kill a kid.
I think DJ Grassanova does too.
I mean, one of the task force probably has to die. And
definitely.
Takes one in the neck where he's doing this thing and the blood's he's holding.
He's
and
trying
the
to hold
blood's
it in,
going
but
and
it's
Lizzie's
burning.
like,
When it comes
no.
over. When he did the thing about pizza on Fridays,
Mhm.
I was like, this guy's dying.
But do you
This is too big of a
do you
line
like
for it
him?
to
that
monologue.
Yeah,
performance.
Fabian
Yeah.
Frankel. Yeah.
I actually thought he might really be from somewhere in the East Coast, and then I
Yeah.
found out like he's from England. Like
Well, he's from
anybody
Westeros.
else. Rob's from England. Rob uses an accent.
I hide it very well.
Rob's
you
from
know?
Newcastle.
right.
He moved to America to learn how to talk about basketball in an American accent.
Big Llewellyn Deng guy, though. You know, just a proud culture of British basketball.
You're saying someone named Mahoney is from Newcastle?
Yeah, that's probably a reach. How do we feel about Maeve completely blowing the whole not locking the car door?
Not completely blowing it because, I mean, yes, she slightly blew it,
Lock the car.
but also she escaped trunk search. That was quick thinking from Maeve.
Slight nitpick. I'm not sure the kid's quiet for 7 minutes.
I mean, this is the
trapped in
most
back of a
well-behaved
car.
kid on the
Yeah, it
planet.
really
We've
is.
already
I'm not sure
established.
that kid doesn't just like show up like to the lineup of kids and he's like, Maeve.
He's just at the end of the line.
Where are you?
For like, that's not quite a set piece. It is a woman in a car trying to get out of a parking lot.
It's tense.
I thought it was like as pulse pounding a thing that we've seen on TV
Yeah.
all year,
Yeah.
basically. Which for episode 2, like we're getting the incredible B&E stuff in episode 1. We're getting these sorts of sequences in episode 2. I'm just like along for the dramatic ride of all of these, again, like very concentrated sequences.
It's a great show. That one part when he's talking about the guy getting beaten to death and brains going everywhere, and then they kind of seamlessly edit right into Maeve to make it clear that it was,
Yeah, I was talking to
hey,
her
here's the
daughter.
connection with
They
these
did that
two.
a
It's like,
couple times.
Oh, okay.
They did that a couple times
Very
where
helpful.
he was like, when Robbie was talking to Sam and he's like, my brother used to work with your dad before you were born. And then they cut to the motorcycle club while
Yes.
he's still talking. Very helpful for all of us.
For
at home.
sure. And the difference between just like a show with an ensemble where we jump to
Yeah.
one that feels a little bit more manicured in the way it's transitioning with all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Remember I had my thing about how much do you look down at the iPad during a show?
Yes.
Is it like a 70% watching
Friends
the show?
and Neighbors
Is it
was like a high percentage.
It is
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
that was in
Yeah.
like the 50s, 60s.
Mhm.
There's been some other ones in the 30s. This is like a put the iPad down.
Nice.
Like you can't miss anything.
Yeah.
There's too much going on. He's putting too many Easter eggs all over the place. And even like in the family scene, I lost attention for 1 second. And then I was like, wait, is she saying she's the wife or the mother? Like, and I was like, I had to rewind. I'm like, all right, that's it. iPad's down.
We need a New York Times style needle of the Bill Simmons like focus
Yes.
meter 0 to 100 for every show. Like why does
This
that not
is a
exist?
100.
I want to give. Were you thinking about our time with the staircase at all when she was talking about her mom going down the
Flashback?
stairs?
Flashback?
Totally.
The titular
Not
staircase?
just flashback to the staircase, but we're getting the flashback episode.
It's got to happen.
I mean, again, cast Marinos for a photograph. But so Phoebe Fox, who plays Sarah, who I know from The Great, another English actress.
She's really great.
She's
not to, I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, but yeah.
She's really great on The Great, and she's really great in this. But the sound she made when Emily's like, she's my mom too.
Yeah.
And she was like, is she? I was like, that is cold as ice and really well. Yeah.
My wife.
Really
She
tough.
was really engaged.
Really
in that
tough.
Especially when you foreground it with, we get this sequence earlier in the episode of Emily in therapy. And she's talking about like the thing that she's afraid of is that her brother is going to be in prison and not get help for the mental health problems he clearly has and has been struggling with for a long time. The thing that she's even more afraid of is that he's going to come back to their home in 5 years, which is like as soon as he could get out of prison.
Which is what Sarah lays out is like, can you imagine? So they're on the same page, but can't communicate that to each other.
Yeah.
And also the way in which Emily is like thirsty for family, like the way that she holds her nephew on her lap, like that baby, it's just like she wants to be connected to her family. I was really happy that Tom went and found her and was sober enough to find her and take her home, you know?
As far as like little callbacks and grace notes go, like her going to the dugout where her brother was after that previous blow up when they were kids, like just these little things that sort of wrenches your heart.
You know what I realized watching this episode? Mark Ruffalo is really good at playing these guys that their life is just kind of beating them down. They had that one wide shot of him just mowing a sandwich at his desk.
The
I was
sandwich,
like, that's just fucking perfect.
The sandwich performance,
there's no
not even chewing like the first 3 bites before he's on to the fourth, having no napkin, so having to use the wrapper to like, he had some on his like sauce on his glasses. It was a whole thing.
And
weirdly, remember that in Spotlight, he's great in Spotlight, but the pizza scene?
Yeah.
When that guy when he comes by and he hasn't like decorated his apartment yet, and then the guy's like, I brought you a pizza. He's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
He's just good at playing like these kind of life beat me down losers.
When he and Gross are having the conversation in the car about his previous life as a chaplain, you're saying like when you go to these places, people want to know why God let it happen. I mean, was God the original he knew when he let it happen?
Right.
He's been there the whole time.
H he knew.
Crazy.
Here's a really, I think, key piece of Tom intel that we get in that car scene is that it sounds like he left the priesthood for his wife in 2003.
In part, at least.
So it's like the Fleabag season 2, what if he made the other choice? But it's like, that's how important Susan was to him.
Yeah.
Is that he left his like vocation that he had studied for to marry her, and she's dead. And like he's protective of Emily, and he's frustrated with Sarah for her behavior at the dinner table, but he is also not making that family statement, not visiting his son in jail, you know, so he is in between Emily and Sarah in terms of like, he's defensive of him. He says, I miss my son, but he won't go see him and he won't make a statement on his behalf, and he's struggling with it.
I thought that it's easy to talk about forgiveness when it's not your loss speech in that family meeting. Like that is heavyweight shit. And it's so funny, like all of these ways in which he is kind of a mess. He's also the person best positioned to sort of hold the family together by the nature of his role in it. We talked about You Can Count on Me last week. He's almost doing like the Laura Linney role, where it's like he's falling apart, but he's trying to get his arms around this thing that you just cannot get your arms around.
There's a slight whiff of Manchester by the Sea in this, in this show.
For sure.
Where he's Ruffalo in like episode 6, he's just going to do I can't beat it. I can't beat it.
We need to get him a hoodie. He can't do that in a button down. He has to do it in a hoodie.
The back of the VHS being Heat meets Manchester by the Sea for this show is accurate, but
with a little signs and Departed and sprinkled in.
Yeah, and like what biker gang movie are we? I guess Sons of Anarchy. Anarchy we're throwing there. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on the table that I feel like there's only 7 episodes. Like we're already 2/7 of the way.
I know
through here. Every time we're in the biker bar, I'm in.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
did you watch? Were you a Sons of Anarchy fan? Did you watch that show?
I never did.
Yeah.
What did I miss out on? Should I have watched it?
The first couple seasons were absolute.
I love that you watched that, but not The Sopranos. I'll never figure it out.
It was on after The Sopranos. The Sopranos. I was in college. I was not watching TV.
I like the whole. Hierarchy. Mm-hmm. I like how they have their own their gimmicks and
their cute little matching vests.
Like when they go see Peach's, I guess, ex.
Yeah.
Kaylee.
Tough one. which I had to rewatch. It was the guy that was next to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her dad.
Because they didn't do a
right?
good job. They should have showed him opening the door so you specifically knew it was her. But I guess you're trying to infer and figure
It's
it
her
out.
dad, I guess.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
confused about the timeline. So she and her dad just moved there a couple weeks ago.
I think she just moved there.
Oh, and her dad's there
to
like
be with Peaches.
Okay. So she was in the home that she shares with Peaches.
Yes.
And her dad was like, I'm here to help you through this time.
Yes.
But also I fucking told you so. And I knew that guy was a piece of shit.
It's hard because he's not 100% wrong.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Like Peaches did not seem like the best, most upstanding citizen, but also this is a devastating situation for our girl Kaylee.
I don't think they're surviving this evening.
No.
with
Kaylee-
chain
no. Kaylee
wrapped
maybe.
fists.
No,
the
that
dad
is
is done.
that house
Yeah.
is a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Just nitpick. I thought that was a pretty bad actress. Or
Kaylee?
at least a bad acting performance.
Well-
that was my soulmate.
His-
It was
his-
like, what are you doing?
his
Everybody
angel-
else is up
well,
here.
but like, what kind of girl is going to be with a guy like Peaches?
It's
That's
fair.
the question you have to ask yourself.
I need a little more. Might have gone one more take.
Okay.
It's also tough being the one person in the lineup who's like everyone else is delivering on such a high level.
that's
If you're
the thing.
even just good,
She
I
you're
jumped
gonna
did.
get blown.
Okay,
out.
I had a performance beat question.
Yes.
Perry, who plays like, he's on the board that sits above Jason, the
Founding
president.
member.
Yeah.
They got cute little patches and everything. I
Yeah.
just love it.
The 12. That when he grabs Jason's face and he's like, "It's a kid." That felt a little overwrought to me. A little overwrought moment.
Interesting. A little overacting? Never on a show like this.
That being said, when he's talking to the bartender,
Loved that.
moment. She's like, "Who's asking you? I'm cleaning my toilet."
I
Great
have another
interaction.
nitpick. I
Sure.
just think the whole police lineup with Maeve.
Poorly handled.
I would still
I would
look in the
just-
trunk of her car. If
I would
I
have
were a
more
cop.
questions. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a second. So why'd you call us? What's going on with you? Like that, I just feel they've been looking. This is the biggest story in the whole area.
Well, I don't think that they know that she's the one who called.
They don't.
She was just saying, "Oh, I saw a kid that looked lost," and then she's like, "That's the kid that looked lost," and they just assume bad move from the cops, but just assume that that's the same kid.
I'm pulling her aside for 15 more minutes.
I agree.
That
I
would
agree
be
with
good
you.
police work.
I agree with you.
They also know the call came from that store.
No, they know it came from a cell phone.
From a cell phone,
Cell phone in that area.
geolocated
Yeah.
within a certain radius.
Her coworker though is like, "What's going on?" The girl with
I
the
mean,
red braids is like,
That ZD invitation has been rescinded.
I thought everything about the plan was terrible.
You thought that was a bad? I thought it was a
She brings the kid right to where she
Well,
works. Like,
yeah.
pick another shopping center.
That
Well, I
is
think
fair.
because she knew that she could get to a phone that she wasn't linked to.
Yes. Because how else are you getting to a phone that wouldn't be like on a surveillance
Because
camera?
payphones aren't a thing
Not a
anymore. So what phone do you call
Yeah, I
from?
miss payphones.
We do see a lot of
Some
burners.
great times
you know?
back then.
Every-
Burners, yeah.
you know the drug dealers buy their burners on this show for sure, but Maeve does not
Yeah,
have
but how
one.
about buy a burner?
But then you're on camera buying a burner. Is that enough?
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God. I think that stores that sell burners should not have cameras. That's what I think.
Counterproductive to business at minimum.
What'd you think of the ending with she brings the kid back?
What have you done to us?
Yeah.
Double a kid getting carried. Little.
Mm.
What have you done to us? I thought was good.
I mean, I think it's really interesting to know that Maeve was brought up in the motorcycle club.
Yes.
Like, not just that Billy was connected, but like she knew Joanne, she knew Derek. When Robbie with his mask on is threatening Derek and Derek, the guy who got his brains blown out, and he's like, "I know your voice.
Yeah.
Why do I know you?" So it's not just that like Maeve was brought up in the
Yeah.
motorcycle club, but like they knew Robbie
knows
too.
these people.
Yeah.
And how quickly Maeve puts together exactly who Sam is.
Yeah.
It's like 12 minutes, basically, between the moment where Robbie is selling her this bill of goods. Oh, this is my friend, my friend's kid. His mom is sick, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, oh, no, we're not spending even an episode believing that.
Right.
It is sorted and done, and we're trying to get
Good
this kid
Google
out of
scene.
the house. Great Googling.
But I think that knowing that Maeve grew up in that culture, and also knowing, the title of the episode is Family Statements, which deals directly with Sarah and Emily and Tom and that table scene. But like the way that the motorcycle club thinks of everyone in the club as family. So Maeve was family at a certain point. I think those ties are really interesting. We were wondering like how closely connected is Maeve to all of this. Now she's just in the heart of the story. She's from the motorcycle club culture.
Can't escape it.
Yeah.
Maeve over under 6.5 episodes. I think Maeve lives.
I really
Maeve
hope she makes
Maeve and
it.
Sam and the chicken all live. That's how I
But see,
feel.
you would have said the same thing in Mayor of Easttown about corresponding characters and been very wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Evan
Look,
Peters,
Robbie,
we
there's
miss
a
you
deer.
still.
Crows.
Yeah.
Bill, we need to get you on the record. I thought one of my favorite moments of this is when Robbie and Cliff are waiting at the restaurant for their source to show up. No shows. And you get this like longing Pearl Jam look with a woman at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, big deal for them to greenlight a song. They're
They never
famously
do that.
stingy.
Yeah.
Even like in the 30 for 30 Last Dance, like just getting them to use
Even sign
present
off
tense
on
for the
that.
ending. It took forever.
Do you think they got final cut on this?
Well, there was one other Pearl Jam show where they used some of the music for. I think they have to like the creator or have some sort of relationship. But yeah, I was like, oh,
That
Pearl
was
Jam.
working nicely.
Yeah, that was good. I
Another
loved it.
Another clue for my theory that it's the girlfriend is the mole.
Oh.
They don't say he's not coming. They say not coming.
Ooh.
Both Robbie and Cliff go not coming. Not he's not coming. They just go.
We need
not
the
coming.
mole to clarify their pronouns, is what you're saying.
If they said she's not coming, we would know. So they just go not coming, not coming.
So characters we haven't met yet. Have we met the Dominican drug lord?
just a photo of
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, we had-
Freddie Frias. Yeah.
Yeah, so Freddie Frias, there's going to be a Freddie Frias scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's kind of has to work with the bike gang, even though they're competition, which I always enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I like when the competition has to band together because
Yes.
somebody's breached.
The guy,
whatever.
by the way, the guy who plays Perry was on a major character on Sons of Anarchy, so he knows how to do Motorcycle Club storylines.
There we
And
go.
then we're going to get a flashback with the lady from The Killing.
For sure.
Did I ever tell you how a buddy of mine from high school who moved out here to become an actor
No.
in the 90s might have bartended in a couple Melrose Place episodes? And
Oh, nice.
The bad, just
I've seen Melrose Place as well, but
never
not The
really
Sopranos.
happened.
Yeah.
But his big break was Michelle Pfeiffer in What Lies Beneath Us.
What lies beneath?
Beneath.
Yeah.
What Lies Beneath. He played her first husband before Harrison Ford. Picture
In a photo.
of them in a photo.
That's
And
good
we were
work if
like,
you can get it.
This is amazing.
This is as good as it
There
gets.
he is. We were so excited.
There's
So that
a-
was the peak. But
there's-
he was married to Michelle Pfeiffer in a movie.
I mean, not bad.
Oh.
You're telling your grandkids about that.
Not bad at
Absolutely.
all.
The fact that you were cast at all.
Yeah. So anyway, my point is usually it's people like my old friend Scott in those pictures,
Yes.
not the lady who's the lead of The Killing.
It's
so
a
I
bit
think
of
we're going
intel.
backwards.
Exactly.
Big questions about that. I also have questions about the task force. Are they living in this mold-infested house?
I think they're working out of it.
But they
You
were
think they're
working late,
sleeping there?
and it seemed like when Ruffalo leaves for the night to deal with his family situation,
They're still there.
they're just kind of hanging, having cigarettes, like monitoring calls. Like, are they just sleeping here?
I hope not.
They'll be knocking some boots
He
pretty
said,
soon.
well, he said take a bedroom as an office, not like pick
Not
a
as a
bedroom.
bedroom.
Not like this is the real world house and first come, first bedroom
Yes.
sort of thing.
They
you know?
should have seen like in the real world when they all run into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Oh my
Dibs.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to take that room with the mold.
I very nearly wanted to pick nits on DJ Grassanova's quick ID of Lizzie's, I would say, just horrendous Gwen Stefani rendition with the headphones on. There is no way a normal human
But
being
he's
could
a
have made that
DJ.
call. But then, but wait, there's an explanation for everything.
I don't think they could clear the song.
The
That-
Gwen Stefani
It was
song?
weird that we couldn't hear the song.
I thought it was really funny.
I think that
I
was
think
a
she's
non.
great. Lizzie,
Gwen
I'm a-
Stefani said no thanks.
I'm a big Lizzie fan, I gotta say.
She's been fun so far. We should also say I was heartbroken to not get the snickerdoodle223@gmail.com email address for the show. We did, however, lock down djgrossanova@gmail.com. If you have any questions,
Did
theories
you
about
really?
the
Yeah.
show, email us.
I texted Rob last night. I was like, should we get this email? And he sent me proof that he already got it.
I was locked. The second the words
you
came
guys
out
are
of his
just top
mouth.
of your game. So grass, Nova.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
Grassanova, 2 S's.
Yeah,
Two
two
S's.
S's.
Grassanova.
DJ Grass ANOVA@gmail.com. Or as always, Prestige TV at Spotify.com.
Great job by you. Predictions? What do we got?
I mean, I guess I've
Other
already
than the
given
ones you already
mine.
made?
Yeah.
What do you got, Rob?
I'm so shaken up on the mole/rat situation because I really did think it was Gingerbeard guy. But I think Joe's really onto something, I think, with the girlfriend plug. That makes a lot of sense to me.
So your prediction is a
Is
prediction
Joe's
Joe
prediction.
already
I mean,
made.
what else do we got? What else do we have to predict?
It's the mole. Like, what's the source of intel from the police, from the task force to the motorcycle club?
Well, the most important thing that's going to happen in episode 3 is this another double murder that we're now going to have
Yeah.
with
Right.
the people getting
Kaylee and her
killed.
dad.
So they're going to be obviously they went and interviewed those people. So now they're going to be like, oh shit, this went to a whole other level.
I'm actually going to say Lizzie is the mole who's leaking information to the motorcycle club. And Aaliyah is so well positioned at this point by virtue of how little we know about her to be the person who catches the mole. Like she's going to be the person who starts putting together the weird clues. Yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
By the way, that reminds me of another small nitpick. So we have a triple murder or a quadruple murder? Every time I drink this soda, my stomach growls, by the way.
That's an anti-endorsement for LaCroix.
So we got a mother murder, third degree murder by Ethan. Then we have the 4 dead bodies in the house and then the kidnapping.
Right, but we have 4 dead bodies, a kidnapping, and now 2 more murders. At what point are they like, maybe Mark Ruffalo's character isn't, maybe Tom Brandis isn't the guy?
And Tom's like, guess what? I agree. Take me off the case.
Right. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Even the motorcycle gang agrees.
In the big guns.
Yeah.
Well, they're underestimating him.
Clearly.
They don't know.
But are
his
they?
superpower.
I think they're probably
which is vodka.
And God.
Yeah.
That is another good one when the bad guys in the movie are like, oh, that guy's doing it. He sucks.
Don't even worry
about him. We don't have to
him.
worry about him. It's like, no, you're going to have to worry about him.
Yeah. They're like, he just wants to eat his sandwich. It's like, no, he wants to eat his sandwich and solve crimes.
Cannot blame him.
Both.
I have a small prediction. I think we see the Dominican drug lord in episode 3. I think there's a showdown scene.
Yeah.
That quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And is it an actor we've heard of?
Elvis
Was that in
Nolasco.
What's our scouting report on Elvis?
Yeah. I have seen him in some things, not a ton of things, but yeah, he's been around.
All right, so maybe it's a one-scener.
Is he the drug dealer they have to go to with the fentanyl because they have so much weight, or is that a different guy we have yet to see?
No, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
That's
the Dominican drug dealer is the guy that now Robbie and Cliff need to go to unload the fentanyl.
According to
the biker gang.
And I think we get murderous, not on my med brother in jail. I think we get our first two-way glass scene. And I don't know who goes visit him. It's probably the adopted
Sounds
daughter.
like Emily's the only one who will.
Yeah. We're probably due for that. They don't want me to stick up for you.
They did physically describe him. He's skinnier, his hair is shorter. It's going to surprise you when you see him.
Going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Some solid points about what's going to be like in 5 years when he's just back in the room upstairs making cereal.
I'm saying we can let him out of jail and we don't have to invite him back into the family home.
Yeah, how about
there's like a middle ground. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe a hotel with those hostile hotel rooms.
Your forgiveness can have a ceiling to it. It could be not in my backyard. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And more
strong stance.
Yeah, I'm nimbying on
my last prediction is
third degree murder.
More animal talk with Sam. I think he's got some thoughts on rabbits.
Yes.
Oh my God. Why does Sam want to talk
eagles?
to deer? Especially, he said especially instead of especially. He's like especially deer.
That's when they know they got you. When they threw in the especially. That's a writing heat
a bald
check.
eagle scene.
Yeah. A majestic animal encounter will be coming. Maybe it's a deer, maybe not.
And maybe there's an interaction with the other 2 kids scene, although one of them's older. But there's another kid that's around his age.
Yeah. Who loves a fart joke.
Yeah.
Who loves a chicken butt joke.
Absolutely.
But I think Maeve has to make a move. And what her move in this 3rd episode, she's either got to get out of this or she's in for good now.
I'm worried that she's going to go to the motorcycle club at some point. That's what I'm worried
She's going to try
about.
to solve things herself.
Yeah. Talk to someone she thinks is sympathetic in the motorcycle club. The woman bartender, the woman that I think is the rat.
They're just
Aaron.
called bartenders, Joe.
I just don't know the character's name. I didn't say female bartender.
I liked it. Also, we might have a dark
D.
Hearts.
He calls her D. I don't know what that's short for. Okay,
that's fair.
We might have a Dark Hearts primary. It might be primary season. I think it's October. The show's running.
I mean, that's what Perry's saying. Perry's like, Jason, you're
at risk.
Yeah, you are at risk.
You're going to be impeached if you keep this up.
But who's going to replace him? Gingerbeard? There's not a lot of good. There's no
the
great
pipeline.
lieutenants.
You know what? It's a common problem we're finding out. The pipeline of supplanting.
I feel like Derek
talent.
was well positioned and now he's gone. So
did Sons of Anarchy have like that hierarchy thing with the president and all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
I think I would like that show.
Oh, you would. Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I might
Charlie
have
Hunnam.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Missed out on that one.
It's never too late.
There's prospects. I know a lot about motorcycle club culture. I watched every single episode of that show, and now I know why it was for this moment.
Because you were preparing.
Yeah.
All right. So tasked through 2 episodes. You're still A+?
Oh yeah.
Huge thumbs up. Just the kind of premiere Sunday night entertainment we deserve.
I'm going to pull a Molly Rubin and say I'm already sad that we only have 5 more episodes left of this show.
I'm already sad at whoever's gonna die, and if it is a child, if Sam dies before he gets his Batman Lego set, I'm gonna be very upset.
Do I get enough credit for breaking Joe from watching 4 episodes ahead of time? weaning
You do.
of that. This is better, right? This
It
is
is
a better
better.
process for the
It
pod.
is better.
Although I think you nailed like 5 of the predictions.
It's concerning.
We'll see.
Inglesby is watching this going, God damn it, this Joanna.
Joanna
It's
Robinson.
like she was in the room with me. He had a mole.
HBO can tell when I've watched Screeners and when I haven't, so they know I'm telling the truth. I've only watched 2 episodes.
She hasn't seen it, but she has been skulking around Brad Inglesby's house, watching the boards, seeing what's up there.
Going through his track.
You know, it's the only way to know for sure.
Her version, I'm gonna go basketball nerd for a
Okay.
second. Her version of how Sam Presti likes length is figuring out with the IMDb who's
Yes.
overqualified for the seemingly meaningless
1,000%.
role. That's her Sam Presti.
Who's
She
falling
knows
into
right away.
the Roger Ebert economy of characters? You know, there's just
Yeah.
too many people here who are going to shake loose.
Yeah. Why is that for this? Yeah, you've taught me that. All right. Prestige TV. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Kai. We'll be back probably on Zoom for episode 3.
Sounds
But
good.
we'll have to reconvene for
Oh,
like the
please.
last 2. I mean,
Definitely.
Jesus.
Yeah. We
Because
need
we'll
you.
get the first 6 screeners and then
I need your sympathy for us when Sam does die. And you can gloat and say you were right, but also I need your sympathy.
there'll be no gloating, more of a like, look, I'm a veteran of the process. The
this
dare monologue raised my hackles.
This is the thing that I found podcasting with you is that you will say things I'm like, there's no way that can happen. And then it
And yet-
happens. So that's the Bill effect on
He's
me.
not making it. We're going dark all the way through.
Okay.
He's not
Well,
making
protect Sam.
Meanwhile, I'm
right.
just Anthony Grasso over here. I'm just playing I'm just bumping Calvin Harris, hoping that it does the job.
Just having pepperoni pizza on Fridays. You're just living your life.
Absolutely.
All right. Good to see you both.
See you.
Likewise.